Hi everyone, my name is Ursa. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to compare two coins, Ubiq and Expanse. They're both Ethereum based coins, and I just really wanted to break down the technicality of them and see which one works better for you and which one you should invest in. So this is the Ubiq website and this is the Expanse website. I'm not going to go over them really at all because this is not the point of the video. Today I'm just really going based off the coins themselves, so that's what we're going to get to. But before we do that, we're just going to go through the prices real quickly just so we get an understanding of where they're currently sitting at. So currently Ubiq is at $1.87. It's up a little bit today. Has a circulating supply of 37 million, a market cap of 70 million. And you can see just recently it's been going back up again after in June it was going down a bit. And I got in around right here, so 23 cents. So I've been with Ubiq for quite some time now. And now off to Expanse. Expanse has a very similar look to the graph itself, where it shot up and down, but now it's recovering. It's currently sitting at $2.96. It's been kind of fluctuating between high 2s and 3s for the last couple days that I've noticed. The total supply for Expanse is much lower. It's currently at 17 million just about for the total supply and 8 million for the circulating supply, and the market cap is a lot lower, at currently sitting at 23 million. So now we're gonna get more into the nitty-gritty fun stuff, I guess you could say, of each coin, what they kind of offer, you know, what makes them better than Ethereum, why should they exist in the first place. So here, this is basically what Ubiq has to say. So Ubiq basically is an Ethereum-based blockchain. The coin is trying to bring new capabilities that Ethereum never could. It's bringing more stability, and it's definitely bringing some really cool under the hood kind of technicality to it, which I'm going to get to right now. So just a little bit about it before we get to that is it was originally Jambucks. They switched over into a new blockchain on January 28th, 2017. Now, what they bring to the table that I've never seen any other coin do to this point, well, simply because they trademarked it, but they have a new algorithm called the flux difficulty algorithm. Basically, it pretty much keeps fluctuating, so it keeps this constant 88 block time, which is really nice because I've seen Ethereum where some blocks are just a couple of seconds, whereas others get a couple of minutes. But I've really been impressed how well the flux algorithm has been, especially when the hash rate of Ubiq is constantly going up and down due to when people have a lot of faith in it. They'll, you know, the difficulty goes up, but the flux difficulty keeps it, you know, stable, so the time of the blocks are consistent as well. And if we keep going down, here's how they kind of are fighting the inflation and everything and where the supply will go. So basically what they're doing is they're decreasing the block reward by 1 until the minimum block reward is 1 Ubiq. Now, currently Ubiq, as we saw, is sitting at 37 million currently. That means we are still in kind of in between year 0 and year 1. So by the end of this year, we should see around a 39 million total supply, and the block reward will stay at 8 until next year, and it'll be 7. And then I think by the time it hits 7, we're going to start seeing some greater price spikes, simply because the block rewards are starting to go down. A similar thing kind of happened to Bitcoin a while back, where it over time helped it grow much quicker, and obviously more exposure to the coin helps as well. And if we keep going down, the algorithm it uses is Dagger. Block reward is 8, decreasing by 1 yearly. They are going for a 88-second block time. And the main thing that I like about Ubiq, because I'm a miner, which is the DAG size growth will be a lot slower than Ethereum. This will allow people such as myself using 2 GB VRAM cards to mine for over 6 years, while Ethereum, on the other hand, I couldn't even use those cards to mine anymore, as they basically have become obsolete. So Ubiq also brings tons of pools you can choose from. This is just a couple of them. There's new ones coming out all the time, so that's really nice to see that people are willing to set up a node to let people mine to and everything. Wallets, there's only a couple wallets currently. I wish they actually would expand a bit more, besides having the Fusion wallet, which is the desktop client, or Pyrus, which is an open source and client-side Ubiq wallet, which doesn't have as many capabilities that the Fusion wallet can do, which I mean is fine, but again, that's what a web wallet kind of does in a sense. Even though they don't want to advertise it as a web wallet, it's pretty much a web wallet. Really great team. If you know Julian, he is really into the whole crypto scene. I mean, he's had lots of experience. He's currently working on Bittrex, which is a very popular exchange website that I go use. So I know it's really reliable, and he has lots of work with other cryptocurrencies as well. And they have tons of projects coming out, so that's what I'm really excited to see. So let's go switch over to Expanse now. All right, so now let's look at Expanse. So what Expanse is trying to do is create the most advanced forms of identity, governance, charity, commerce, and equity. So a little bit about it. It's based off of Ethereum, like I had said earlier. Its algorithm is also Dagger. The block reward is also 8, just like Ubiq. And the block target is 60 seconds, so a bit shorter than Ubiq. One thing that Expanse doesn't have is a decaying block reward, whereas Ubiq, of course, is going down once every year, whereas at least what it says on here isn't going anywhere. It's staying the exact same at 8. The launch date for Expanse was 2 years before I'm making this video. It was made in 2015. It has a couple of pools right now, not as many as Ubiq, which is kind of surprising, speaking of which, that Ubiq has been around longer. However, again, these pages aren't maybe as updated as much as they need to be, so what we see right here might be just out-of-date information about it as well. So one thing I wanted to just say straight off the bat is I don't know as much about Expanse as I do know about Ubiq, as it clearly shows. I've been invested into Ubiq much longer than Expanse, so I'm still learning about Expanse, but I really do believe both are really good coins. Now, from my personal experience, I find Ubiq isn't going to be worth as much as Expanse because of the limitation of the supply. Expanse has a much lower supply, so it makes sense that Expanse, each token is going to be worth more. So that is, I mean, it makes logical sense, you know, supply and demand. However, Ubiq has been creating so much attention towards it. I think Ubiq might pass it up for a little bit, but might, and then Expanse will come up as well, because those, I think Expanse is going to shoot up second after Ubiq, because the people who think they missed the train on Ubiq are then going to go to Expanse, and then Expanse is going to shoot up as well, and then probably surpass Ubiq's price simply because of the supply again. So I want to just, but again, that's just my opinion. I really don't know what's going to happen, but I think that does seem like a logical thing that could happen. So last, I just wanted to look at the wallets real quickly. Something I found kind of funny is how similar these wallets look. Clearly you can see I don't own much Expanse, but I do own a fair amount of Ubiq. And you can see just how similar these wallets are. Now, I don't know if they were purposely done this way, but I think it might have to do something with the fact that they're both Ethereum-based tokens. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But, I mean, for the most part, both wallets are great. Both tokens are great. They both work great. There's nothing wrong with either of them. And I think both of them are going to be just successful coins in the long run. So I believe you really should invest into both, not just one of them. That's my personal belief, is invest in both. The first one I would invest into now is clearly Ubiq. I believe Ubiq is going to shoot up faster than Expanse. Lots has to do with the community, and I think Ubiq is shooting up a lot faster. And I think Ubiq is still very undervalued, so I would get into Ubiq first. Once you get into Ubiq, then I would start and switching over to Expanse. Reason being, I think Expanse is going to take off a little bit later than Ubiq, simply because it just doesn't have a bigger following behind it, at least in my opinion, that Ubiq has. So that's my thought. Which one's better? If I had to choose one, I'm going to say Ubiq, but that can change at any time simply because I know more about Ubiq. So that's kind of a biased answer, But I really do think that Ubiq brings a little bit more to the table than Expanse does, because of the all the activities that the team are bringing to the table that I haven't seen Expanse do as much. But I love both coins. Both are great coins. I recommend both. There's nothing wrong with either of them. I'm not giving financial advice either, but I am just giving my personal experience and my opinion on what I think about each coin. One thing to take away from this video: invest in both, and that's really it. So like and subscribe. If you want to share your comment on what you think about each coin, leave it down below. Add on to this video. I know I didn't add a whole lot about each coin because I was just trying to go over the basics. There's a lot more in-depth stuff that I didn't go into about each coin. So if you want to leave something to help each other out in the description, I'd love to learn more about each coin. I just haven't had the time to really do a ton of research on both of them. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.